Hey there, YouTube family. All right, here we are at the end of another week, and we've had 2 weeks in a row where the markets have sold off. The S&P 500 is really still just moving between a channel of 4,100 and 4,200. Nothing's really changed there. Apple stock has been slowly giving up its gains above that lofty $170 price level. It seems to be bleeding. My Bitcoin prediction that I made a day ago came to pass today. I said that we were going to dip slightly below 26K, that the confirmation had been given with the Gaussian channel break between the middle. It did that. It hit 25,811 and it bounced. I hope you guys were prepared. That could easily be the low before pushing up to the 32, 34K level, putting us back to the top of the Gaussian channel. That would be confirmed, though, by a break back above 28,600, which right now will serve as resistance. I'm going to do a crypto update this weekend. I'm going to cover that more in depth, as well as cover crypto and crypto stocks like Coin, Mara, and Riot. Keep your eye out for that. Google, that's the topic of today. Google popped up a little higher as I predicted yesterday. Midday hitting $118. But the big question is, where is it going next? Well, I'm going to let you guys know what I see in the charts and what I think has changed. Sneak peek, with today's move, the 120 to 123 range is still on the table. But what is pushing Google higher right now? Well, the answer is messaging and results surrounding AI. I want to point you guys out to this article that I read. Google has already turned the tables, how it took back the AI narrative. Guys, do you remember the disastrous launch of Bard? That was Google's AI chatbot. They basically rushed it to market and Bard fell on its face. They were attempting to get ahead of Microsoft's Bing chatbot that was powered by the OpenAI group, the ChatGPT team. The article basically contrasted the launch of Bing Chat versus Bard Chat by pointing out initially that Sundar, the CEO of Google, wasn't even present for the Bard launch, while Microsoft CEO Satya was leading the successful launch of Bing Chat. This was a major misstep for Google. Basically, at the time, everybody was rightfully questioning Google's dominant role as being the #1 search engine because they seem to be tardy to the AI party. I also have been bearish on them since that event. As a result, the shareholders have suffered when Google stock fell 12%, erasing $160 billion worth of market cap in just 2 days. Remember, the concern is Google is the market leader in search with 89% dominance in the US and over 90% dominance in the rest of the world. They've got way more to lose than they have to gain. But some would argue that the beast that is Google's search has awoken, shaken off the losses, and has flipped the table on the topic of AI in the recent days. They are reminding everybody who is the king of search. This time, the CEO has led the messaging and the demos, and it was a huge success. Matter of fact, already the stock price has gotten higher than it had been before the Bard launch. There's been a couple notable changes to Google's AI. They scrapped the wait list for using their AI chat, as well as opening it up to 180 countries. Right now, Bard is only available in English, but they announced plans to make it available in 40 languages, starting with Korean and Japanese. One of the key takeaways or the reminders is that these guys have the foundation to truly launch AI. And all anybody ever wanted was to see that they were going to take the bulls by the horns and do it. And another very interesting talking point that the CEO had, he kept referring to responsible approach to AI. And I'm going to interpret that for you guys today. Google has had a long-standing relationship with the topic of censorship. I specifically remember reading articles about Google attempting to move into China, to become the search engine there. And the big topic at the time was China was saying, we are not going to open up this tool to the Chinese people and allow them to search anything. Topics like not allowing them to search Tiananmen Square. These were things that were brought up. The bottom line is they said that they would honor their wishes. And that's exactly what Google has done. They have built a trusting relationship with all the different countries and the regulations of those different countries. Again, reminding everybody that they're the ones that are best positioned to take AI and run faster. So yes, someone else brought AI to the table. They weren't the ones that brought it. But the fact is they can quickly catch up because they've got that infrastructure, reminding everybody that Google does have a moat. because they've got those relationships, those alliances, they've got those problems worked out abroad. Google went on to identify that every area of Google is getting an AI overhaul. Maps will allow you to take a tour of your route. It's called immersive view of route. It was actually very exciting to hear all of the integration plans. They're going to do text to photo, they're going to do reverse photo search, and way more than that. They're obviously the ones that can take AI and run the fastest with it. The big picture is that AI has triggered a massive war over control of the internet and the apps that people are using every single day. This is an arms race between Microsoft and Google, and personally, I'm going to predict that both of them are going to win and both of them are going to benefit. Google, though, has shown us that they will not take a beating lying down. That's the way the market has interpreted their recent moves. But here's the big picture. With the launch of AI tools, industries are going to be turned upside down. And that's going to lead to the emergence of new competitors and new competitions. All of this is going to enable Google to capture new advertising dollars as AI is forcing these industries to fight to the death. AI enabled everything: cars, phones, TVs, hair blow dryers. It's all up for grabs. With this in mind, Google's futures profits could skyrocket in the days ahead, and this has caused many on Wall Street to view the stock as cheap. I'm going to give you guys a quick technical update for Google based on today's move, but before I do, I'm going to do a quick station break. If you need better trade tools, check out the current offer from the moomoo investment app where you can get up to 20 free stocks. That's for opening and funding an account. It is a limited and exclusive offer, only good for the month of May. Click on the link in the top pinned comment and the description of the video to get all the details. The best part of Moomoo is a chat group that I host on the app called Stock Josh Fam. See if you can get that free stock, start your investment journey, and then come find us in the chat. Okay, let's take a look at the Google chart. If we get a break above 119, I think the target is going to be raised to 127. I see pullbacks along the way to support anywhere around $114 to $116 level. But the key takeaway is don't short Google right now because Wall Street views the shares as cheap, and I believe there's going to be them buying up on those dips. All right, it's important that we balance this bullish view of Google and any stock right now with the fact that we still have the debt ceiling looming over our heads. And today, Biden and Yellen postponed an important meeting with top lawmakers to get this thing sorted out. Debt ceiling is going to be raised, but we know that the greedy politicians are going to battle it out so both parties and their various agendas can somehow win. Don't bother throwing any divisive remarks in the chat. I'm never going to heart them, even if I agree with them, because this is a financial channel and I'm not going to get distracted by political arguments. But as it relates to Google and all of big tech, it's my view that the price is going to likely continue to pump up until we see the debt ceiling fall out. That's where we could see some volatile moves that would push it down, but I think it's only going to serve to reestablish critical support below. I do not see Google going back to the low of 83.45 that it set in October of 2022. At the moment, in my view, we're going to continue to go up, and with extreme volatility, it might come back and test 104. That might be the lowest low that we get in the days ahead. Now, someone's going to ask me, wow, Josh, you seem pretty bullish on Google, when before you basically told us that it was going to have a pullback. Well, the price action confirmed direction when it broke above 108. Just like I give you guys price points that are bullish and bearish, for me, above 108 was bull territory, below 108 was bear territory. So we're in bull territory. The future battle for Google is going to be fought at that price range. So right now, the price action proven that we're on the bull side of the chart. I want to remind you guys of my Bruce Lee analogy. You have to be fluid like water. When water is in the cup, it becomes the cup. And when we're talking stocks, the cup is the chart. So I'm conforming to the reality of the chart. If you guys are bullish or bearish on Google, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your guys' perspective on that. Do you think that it's going to continue up and then eventually come back and test 100? What's your price point that you're looking at it? Did you sell? Are you getting back in? Are you in? I'd love to hear from all of you guys. As always, thank you for hitting that like. If you made it this far, quickly hit that subscribe button so you can get notifications of future videos. As always, my friends, peace and blessings. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.